Hello world, Leon here, and this is how you connect your Unity project to any custom contract. In this example, I wrote a really simple one called increment. There is a public variable called x, and if you call this function increment, it'll increase that value from 0 to 1, 2, 3, etc. And here is a working example. So first step, I'm going to log in, connect with my MetaMask account. And I have two buttons. I have a call contract, which will get the value of x. So if I click this, it'll change to 8. So x is currently at 8. You can also increment this value by calling the function increment. If I click the send contract here. The function here called increment. So if I want to increment from 8 to 9, I just confirm. So I'm going to click confirm. It's pending. All right, and to verify, I can click here, go on Etherscan, make sure that it's confirmed. And if I go back to the project and click call contract, it'll change from 8 to 9. All right, cool. So let's get started. So here's an empty project. I'm going to import the SDK. Import. I'm going to work off the sample scene. So if I go to scenes, sample scene, I'm going to work off here. So under prefabs, there is one called WebGL. And there are two. So I'm going to drag these in. One called call contract and the other called send. Go to game, these are two buttons. So to register event handlers, you have to go to UI and event system. Great. So now, under call contract, there is a script called call contract example script. And in here, we can check what the script looks like. So this example code is currently connecting to that example contract that I have previously. Let's pull that up and compare it side to side. So there are a few things you have to fill out. Number one is the method. So the method is x for public variable x. Then x is the ABI. So where's that coming from? Well, if you go to the compiler, you can copy the ABI down here. So copy and paste it here. Make sure that there is a backslash before each double quote. Great. Next is the contract. So after you create the contract, you can go and deploy it here. Make sure you change it to an injected Web3 provider. Connect. If you click deploy, it'll let you create a new contract. Once you do, you'll have this contract address and paste it in here. Last are the arguments. So currently there are none since we're just getting a variable. So it will be an empty array. Now, to call the contract, simply do web3gl.call, pass in all of those parameters. Once that data is received, it will display it on that button. So once you click it, it'll change from 8 to 9. So that's how you do the call contract example. To send, it's very similar. If you go back to send contract example, it will be a different method, increment. ABI would be the same, contract would be the same. There are currently no arguments, so it's an empty array. And the value is the amount in way that you want to send. In this example, we are not sending any. And to send that value, do web3.gl .send and pass in all of these parameters. And that will trigger MetaMask to open up that pop-up to confirm. Once that's done, let's build it. So to build, go to File, Build Settings, make the first scene the login scene. So under scenes here, there's one called Web Login. Make that the first scene. And the second scene would be that sample scene with the two call and send contracts. Switch it to WebGL, player settings, go to resolution and presentation, and change the WebGL template to whichever version you have, either 2019 or 2020. Last, go to publish settings, compression, disabled. And if you're on Rinkeby, make sure you go to WebGL templates, pick whatever version you're on, in this case it's 2020, and change the network. So it's currently on Rinkeby, so I'm going to change it to 4 and Rinkeby. All right, now I can go to build settings again, switch platform, build run, and we're good to go. Thanks.